I'm walking over to my grandma's house and I just see all this stuff out here in this garage area. Look at all of this. Wow. Someone really abused the hell out of those things. Booyah! Rapida! Totally. Oh, don't tell me the motherboard on that thing broke. Wonder if there's actually one good system in here. Wonder why they tossed all this stuff out. That's amazing. Oops. Bumped my knee on the CRT. Well, I'll pull something out of here and we'll see if it's even salvageable, but yeah, amazing.
Jump cuts. Need to point this out that in between the clip that you just saw and the clip that you're about to see, there was a lot of missing footage. I don't know why I didn't record, but something tells me that either I just didn't record because I was too busy gathering things and packing it, or I don't know. Anyways, just know that there's some missing footage between the clip you just saw and the clip that you're about to see, so sorry about that.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what else I could probably use. I don't think I need much else besides that other Dell that I was wanting to save. Oh god. Is that McAfee I see in there? Dude! McAfee. Oh, that I so gotta save. Just because of the box. Oh wow, that's a sweet find there. Doesn't look like there's anything else in there that I need. Just amazed me how much they threw out of this house. Impressive. What's in this Amazon box over here? Whoa! I doubt that that tablet's actually what's in there, but yeah, it's not in there, but that's surprising. I'm keeping that McAfee box. That's just hilarious. There's nothing in there, but I'm just getting it because of the box. I mean, what else is in here? Nothing really that I need. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saving this PC. It's not worth it. Just like all these other CDs probably aren't worth it either. I already have that Office 95 CD. I doubt I'm going to save any of those in the back here. Especially considering the fact I don't need a fax machine. But I'm going to pack this huge as hell Dell home. This big old Optiplex. Maybe I'll pack that keyboard with. Just because I could use the extra keyboards. And we'll see what happens from there. Alrighty, well I got these systems home. Talk about them in just a little bit. I was able to fix the side panel on this GX, this Optiplex GX, what model is it? 260. But yeah, managed to fix the side panel on that, so now it works perfectly fine. No problems with that. That optical drive is broke. This Death Star here, they smashed up. It ain't good. Saved a Dell keyboard. I got a box for McAfee 2006, which that's good for laughs. Got a lot of memory here. Let's see. Let's go through it together. Let's see. DDR266, 256 megabyte. What's this one? Simple memory, 256 DDR. What about this? DDR266, 32 times 64. What's the number on that? What's this one? 256 megabyte DDR266. Got a Symantec recovery disk as an emergency boot disk. That's probably for the system works. I have a installation CD for Windows XP Service Pack 2. Grab quite a few of them. You'll see that in just a moment. Norton System Works 2004. Some drivers for the Optiplex 260. Lots of drivers, actually. I grabbed the entire suite of driver discs. This one is a reinstallation CD for XP Service Pack 2. It's a different shade of green than some of these other ones. Which one was that other one? Does it say pre-installation? No, it just says reinstallation. because look at all these XP discs that I grabbed. I grabbed so many XP discs. I mean, you never know when you're going to need them, I guess. I don't know. Sorry about the focus. I'm not really doing this well. This one's clearly obvious, so I don't need to read that one. What's this one? I got a lot of DDR266 256 meg sticks. Not that that's a bad thing, though. Oh, we got a 512 meg stick right there. Just the one. We have pretty much a 2 gig kit of DDR, looks like it's 333. Not bad. What's this? Another 256 meg DDR266. 512 meg, just the stick, and underneath that is a 256 meg laptop memory DDR2, which is rather interesting. Could use that for testing computers. And we got 128 meg DDR333. And a cover to a broken Samsung floppy drive. So that's garbage. But I am going to get a screwdriver, and I'm going to take off the green mounting brackets for those broken drives, because they're still useful, the brackets, especially for mounting in that GX260 over there. But yeah, a lot of good stuff here. I'm predicting the keyboard works. Just a rubber dome keyboard, but hey, they're useful. Now onto the computers themselves. This is a real surprise. This system and this system, this one has the nicer memory of the two, Kingston HyperX. This is a 2 gig kit of memory. Right here, this is probably worth the cost of the system. Even though I picked these up for free. And the GX260 also had a 2 gig kit of memory. Unbelievable. I mean, they really wanted these things to last as long as they could, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyways, what socket does this thing use? I think they talk about the socket on the motherboard in a certain area. I don't know if it's socket 478 or 775. Usually the socket 775 systems have DDR2 RAM in them. This one I definitely know. Oh god, these old side panels. This one I definitely know is a socket 478 because I've had one of these GX systems before. So I know it's a socket 478, but it has a different system here to take the heatsink off much easier. And for some reason, it didn't even have any thermal compound on it. It just has a heat transfer plate. Oh, that's cheap. Anyway, what model of Pentium 4 does this have? Can't really read the label. It is a Pentium 4. Oh, does that say 2.4 gigahertz? I can't really tell. The FSB speed is 533. So it's not the worst Pentium 4 they ever made, but it's definitely not the best either. This one right here uses the older style green tabs that you gotta be really gentle with because they could be very brittle and can break. Although I've never had any of these things break, and I've usually been very forceful with them, so I don't know, maybe that's just me. And yeah, these things I saved because they look like they've become unscathed. The cases are totally garbage. Might be able to unbend that, but I don't know how. But the only thing I can really put in here right now is like an optical drive, just barely, and a hard drive. Which, that drive might be good. It's an 80 gig Seagate. So that drive might very well be good, but it's probably wiped. Oh god. This is gonna take 2 hands. Yeah, that Dimension 2400. Typical socket 478. Rip the socket. Not the socket. Rip the CPU out of the socket. Go figure. These old socket 478s used to do. So I'm gonna try and carefully get this unglued from the heatsink, and we're gonna take a look at it hopefully. It's covered in probably, is that dried up? Not really. Thermal compound. So, I don't know what speed it is, but I know it's socket 478. So, yeah. Come on. Really? Focus. There we go. So, yeah. This is just your run-of-the-mill telephone modem. This one, I don't know what slot it has in it. Is that a 64-bit PCI slot? I can't really tell. It looks like a 64-bit slot because it's extended out quite a ways there. I don't think the system would be 64-bit. It might be. But yeah. Again, this hard drive right here might very well be good still, but not going to hold my breath. I got a lot of IDE hard drives at home in various different sizes, so it's not going to be the end of the world if one of them doesn't work. And this one I might end up turning into a file server because these things are usually very quiet systems. And plus, I'm not really planning on running anything too high performance on here. Maybe I'll run either FreeNAS or something on the system, and I'll turn it into a network attached storage device. Although it'll probably benefit in the winter because, of course, it turned into a really great room heater. But yeah, I got to get this broken optical drive out of here so I can eventually get the it's broken. So I can get the mounting brackets off because those are still good. So that's a good salvageable part. I also need to get this broken floppy drive out of here. I got a spare floppy drive, hopefully for both of these systems, because they're both smashed, which is unfortunate, but I've seen worse. I've seen worse systems, so it's not the end of the world if the floppy drive is broken. There's always extras. Oh god, that's really... Oh! It's crammed in there. It's crammed in there good. I don't know why they shoved it in there upside down, but someone had the bright idea to do that. Oh, man. That sucker's really in there, but hey, I got it out. Yeah, that head there is collapsed. So that's broken. That's garbage. Again, I'll save it for the brackets, because the brackets are always useful. And thankfully, they did not lose the brackets up here. So that's good. That one just uses normal mounting screws, so that's good. But they also decided to reverse screw in, or somehow managed to stick down these spare brackets here. So they just screwed the screws in there and they just crammed them into the free spaces, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna have to be gentle with that because, again, brittle plastic. This machine's over 10 years old, so I'm gonna have to be a bit gentle with it. But I don't know what uses I'm gonna have for these computers because they're such obsolete Pentium 4s from the Socket 478 era. I mean, they do have 2 gigs of memory in them each, but that's not exactly a big redeeming factor. But the most of these things are going to be are very light internet browsing machines with either XP, Vista, or 7. So I'm going to have to put the CPU back in this one after I clean it off and figure out what speed it is. Because I know that one's a 2.4 gig Pentium 4, and I'll probably re-grease the CPU on that machine later tonight. So I don't know why, but it just uses this heat spreader, so I hope the processor's not dead. I don't think it will be, but still, that's rather unique for a Pentium 4 to not have these gigantonormous heat sinks. It just uses a freaking heat spreader instead of thermal grease. Oh well, at least it prevented the CPU from coming ripping out of the socket, so that's a good thing. Kudos to Dell. And they do have XP product keys, which I do plan on taking advantage of because, like I said, like I showed you actually, I got a billion different Windows XP CDs out there, so that's not a really big deal. But yeah, there we go. There's my score. 2 trash-picked Dell computers. They do need a little bit of fixing up. I do need to take the air compressor to both of them. I'm going to see about like straightening out this piece right here, inside here. I think I've got a spare... I don't know if I got any spare drive cages, but I might be able to rig something up. If not, I'll take the motherboard out of the system since it's standard mini AT or micro ATX, and I think I'll toss it into something because it's still plenty useful. Just need to get it all working. But yeah, So let me, before I close the video out, I'm going to see if I can actually clean the thermal grease or thermal compound off this CPU. And we'll see just what speed it is. Just another average Pentium 4. This is a 2.8 gigahertz Pentium 4, but it's a 533 front side bus, so that sucks. So they're both 512K of cache as well. So they're both average Pentium 4s. I don't see them getting much use at all in the modern day. So yeah, that sucks. But oh well, they'll have to do. But can't complain for free. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I gotta put the CPU back into this one. Yeah, I can do that off camera, obviously. I dare say I try to power these things on, but I'm too anxious to give them a shot, so I'm gonna go and try and power these things on, see if they work. I'm gonna double check this one to make sure all the drives are unplugged, but yeah. Well, there she be, all connected except for the power cord. And ironically, this thing is actually very, very similar to my system below it, which I've been running recently to sell. It's my Dimension 4700 Media Center Edition. And it is Media Center Edition because guess what? This was the original Dell supplied product key. So, it's a Dell Dimension 4700 Media Center Edition. So let me get the freaking camera in focus. There we go. And we'll plug in the big black cable. Sorry, no UXW bill smoke test, but let's hope nothing blows up. Holy Christ. Well, no fire. That's a good thing. Let's see. Oh, geez, it's alive. Is it? Oh, you getting the setup? Well, I know the diskette drive don't work. It's smashed to bits. But it's alive! Oh my goodness. That's probably looking for the other optical drive that doesn't even work. Hard drive doesn't sound like it's clicking or anything. Sounds pretty quiet, actually. Yes, we know about the diskette drive. Let's go, let's go. Oh, maybe that hard drive isn't in good health. I'm not sure. I'm not... Oh, never mind. It had to get out of its slump. Oh my goodness, the date and time are correct. Oh my goodness. Can't believe that. That's actually correct. Let's see. Somehow it still detects the optical drive even though it's, like, broken. 2 gigs of memory. Oh, I forgot the Dimension 2400 is a single channel system. Keep forgetting about that. Hey, 2 gigs of memory. That's quite a bit for one of these things. Not a hyper-threading Pentium 4 2.8 gigahertz. That sucks. Oh my goodness. What is with these systems? And there's always... Around in our area, I always see these systems with random keyboard errors all over the place. And they upgraded the memory in 2010. So if I go all the way down here to the bottom... Yep, they upgraded the memory February 20th, 2010. In 1 in the afternoon. So I can clear out the event log. Alright. Let's see if there's anything on that hard drive. I doubt it, but you can never be too sure. See if there's anything on it. Crap, I forgot to disable the floppy drive. Now I gotta wait for that. Crap. I always forget to do that. I gotta wait at the screen for a while because I forgot to disable the floppy drive. Oops. My bad. Then I gotta try out this thing next, but I actually took just the disinfectant wipe to both the 2400 and the GX260. But, no. Very different BIOS compared to my 4700. My 4700 uses a slightly newer BIOS Kind of like the one that my Optiplex 755 uses. Then again, it is using a socket 775 Pentium 4, one of the earliest socket 775 systems. It still uses the basic case design of the 2400 basically, which is quite impressive for what it is. Secondary drive 0 not found. That must be the optical drive. Anyway, that hard drive is so loud. Oh, there's just something on it. God, that hard drive's so loud. Can't believe it. It's actually working. It's actually booting up. Oh my. I probably got like no mouse or keyboard. I've got no mouse, but I've got a keyboard. Or no. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to have to wait for drivers. At least it's got a couple gigs of RAM in it, so it shouldn't take too terribly long to find the mouse and keyboard. My God, that hard drive's so loud. Wouldn't doubt you, it's the original hard drive to the computer. Oh, got a mouse. Oh. Oh, it might not work on that Surface. Oh, it's password protected. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Can I do the Control-Delete trick? I can. Okay. Well, running XP Pro. Judging by the fact that I have only one administrator account and that's got a password on it, I doubt I'm going to be able to log in. Might be able to try safe mode. Let's try restarting. We'll restart into safe mode. Okay, now it's time for the GX260. Felt the fans move just a slight bit. This one has absolutely no drives in it of any kind, so I'm not going to be able to do anything more than just boot to the BIOS. But it too boots up. And it works. Woohoo. Cool. Sweet. It works. With no hard drives in the thing, it's just so dang quiet. Oh my gosh, it's so quiet. Yes, look at all the stuff that's not found. I know that. I was right. Pentium 4 2.4 gigahertz. The date and time on this one's also correct. Actually, the time's a little bit off, but... Wow. Okay, let's disable the floppy drive. Disable all of these... whoops. Disable all of these. Yep, 2 gigs of memory, but it's running at 266, unfortunately. Probably also single channel. Yep. What's in this thing's event log, I wonder? Yeah, just the memory upgrades from February 20th, 2010. I'm just going to go and clear that out. Okay. And again, I'm not going to be able to do anything more than just boot to the BIOS because there's no hard drives in the system. But I do plan on putting some in this now that I know it works. So that's really cool. So we're just going to be stuck here saying there's no boot device, which is to be expected. So sweet. Gotta love that. That is really cool. I love how quiet that computer is. That's just incredibly quiet. Heck, maybe I'll swap CPUs between the Dimension and the Optiplex, so that way this thing has a slightly faster clock speed. This might just be the file server like I was mentioning. So I can just run something like FreeNAS on it or something. And it could benefit from the faster Pentium 4 CPU, but not by much. It'd probably heat up the room a little bit more. But I wouldn't be running it in my room. And, yeah. But I guess if I were to run this as a file server with high-capacity hard drives, I'd have to get a PCI card with serial ATA ports on it, and then run that. As far as I know, these systems don't have, well, maybe the Dimension 2400 has one, but as far as I know, the GX 260, why did I say 620? It's not even the model. Well, whatever. We'll figure that out. Or who knows, maybe that won't be the file server. Maybe I'll find some other system, or we'll just build my own. But hey, it's cool anyway. 2 free computers. And I'll easily be able to reload XP on both of them because, of course, I got the horde of XP disks, so I'm all covered. So maybe we'll revisit these systems once I unbend the drive cage on this one and get a different optical drive and floppy drive put into it. That one I just need to put in a couple optical drives and a hard drive. And I didn't bother salvaging the floppy drive plate. I don't know why I didn't, but I should have. But whatever, it's really no use. I'm not planning on reselling these systems. I mean, they're just mostly just here for spares or whatever, loaner systems maybe. That's about all they're good for anymore. And I'm gonna be selling that Dimension 4700 MCE edition. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I might reload XP while I'm in the shower on this Dimension 2400. Might reload XP on it, but I don't know. We'll see.